Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to assemble a model kit, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego to the site, the Tier 2 Blue emote into the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can apply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can use other people's emotes. You can just say hi. And if you feel like being a lurker and you don't want to say anything at all, you can just lurk. That's also okay. It's fine. If you just want to lurk, I'm okay with that. I hope you're okay with that. It is a Saturday. I don't have to watch wrestling after the show. Normally, after my streams on Saturdays, I watch the second hour of AEW's Collision, but that aired on Thursday because they got some kind of boxing thing going on TNT, so they can do that. Hello, Lashbrook. Welcome, welcome. There's also WWE has 2 nights of SummerSlam. And I am not watching that, as I do not watch WWE, but I'm through osmosis understanding some of those things. I will say it was very funny to me that it seems like they plan to have Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk start right at 8 as about to go against Collision, but then Collision didn't happen on Saturday, so I was like, oh well, never mind. Eat it. Anyway, what was I going to say? Wait, let me adjust this one thing here. Okay, let's go to the overhead camera. We are currently working on the Gundam G-Self with Perfect Pack High Grade. We got most of the G-Self done. We're going to be finishing the leg, got a panel on it, got to do the foot, got more stickers to apply, and then we'll move to the backpack, and I don't think we're going to finish tonight. We might, but I don't think we're going to. As I said, we might finish. I don't think we're actually gonna, but we'll see how we do. We are starting with some stickers. We have done most of the stickers here. We do have some of these, which will go on the foot. These will all go on the foot. I don't remember where that goes. Actually, did I miss that one? Was that one supposed to go on part of the thigh or something, and I missed it? Maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember if I missed a sticker. Maybe it's supposed to go on there. Let's see. There is a sticker that's supposed to go on there, and then it actually came on. I don't know. I don't remember where this sticker goes. Sticker 29. There's no, that's 29 is that one. Whatever that sticker is. I don't know. There's a sticker here, and I don't remember where it goes. So that's not the best. But that goes there, and that goes over there, and those two go in the back there. And then on the foot, there is 30. Yeah, those 3 go there, and then I'm done with the leg. So yeah, this sticker meant to go somewhere, and I didn't put it there. Oh, it's the arm sticker. It's the arm sticker that I missed. That's what it is. You can maybe see that here, that there is a little sticker on the arm, and I didn't do it on the other side. Okay, well, I'll just do that now. Just do that now. No biggie. But I was looking, I'm like, wait, why is there just an extra sticker there? I don't know where that goes. Might as well start doing stickers now, because I'll be doing them throughout the stream. I hope you're doing well out there on the old internet. I'm doing just fine on a Saturday. I'm a little tired, so I hope I don't yawn too much during the stream. My apologies if I do, but I am a little tired from various stuff I had to do this week out in the yard. My allergies were really kicking my ass, and I believe I might have a summer cold, which is not pleasant by any stretch of the imagination. We'll leave this out here. So that's not great. So hopefully I'll bounce back. But yeah, if you catch me yawning, I don't know. Sorry. I did want to give a computer update, a comp update. I love having these 3 monitors. If you were wondering, it is fantastic. Everything is great about having all these damn monitors. These Spectre monitors are great. My monitor stand is like not 10 years old, but it's pretty old. I think I got it when I was here. And it might be like 5 years old now. It's starting to The two arms, because it's two monitors here, and then the arms should be even. They're not even, so one monitor is slightly lower than the other, and I like bent it up and it fixed it for a while. So like that's a small thing, but it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse over time. So I am considering going ahead and getting a new monitor stand. I might even get the same one. The webcam that faces me is on this stand, which I like having it on there because it's even between the two monitors and not just on one monitor. I could probably get a stand that takes up like maybe a little bit less real estate on my desk. That could be nice. So I am considering it. I'm not saying I'm going to, but I'm considering getting a new monitor stand. But the monitors have been great. I did put some blue painter's tape on my monitors, the bottom of them, which might seem like an odd decision to do. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, might seem like an odd decision to make. Like, Pat, what do you mean you put tape on your monitors? Well, I had to because I didn't notice that there are LEDs. The LEDs on this monitor only flash when the monitors are asleep, which seems stupid. Why are you doing this? So like they go to sleep, and then like on the bottom bezel of the monitor, there's this like, blue flashing light, and it's bright. It's a bright LED, and I was like, get out of here. So and there are two of them because I have the same monitor, two copies of the same monitor. So I ended up covering that up, which has had no ill effects. So should be okay. I could not find a way to disable them. I looked it up. I did not see anybody talking about it. My fancy gaming monitor, Lastberg says, has a big panel of RGB on the back of it for some damn reason. Yeah, I don't... Luckily, these monitors don't have any RGB nonsense. But I looked up how to, like... Basically, if I want to get rid of those LEDs, I have to take the monitors apart. And guess what? I'm not doing that. I'm not taking the monitors apart to disengage it. It doesn't bother me that much, and like I said, tape fixes the problem, so we'll go with tape as my solution. I think it's going to be okay. All right. Oop, this sticker is wilding out. It's going every which way but how I want it. So yeah, monitors are good. My monitor that I got last year or the end of 2000, I can't even remember when I got this other monitor here. This one's been fine. It's not as good as the other ones, but whatever. And this one is HDMI only, so it does limit where I can plug it in, but whatever. I guess I could get a DVI to HDMI adapter, and that way I could plug it wherever I wanted, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just using straight DVI cables for the Spectre monitors. But right now, other than thinking about, hey, I could probably get another monitor stand, like the monitor stand is the thing that I'm like, oh yeah, I could probably get that next. I don't really have anything that I'm like in need of, which is pretty good. All right, let's get this foot done, and then we'll, you know what? No, we'll panel line it, then we'll do the foot, and then the little booster thing. Let's panel line this. I'll take a little break down here. Yeah, I can't necessarily think of anything that I really need for this computer or anything. So I'm just kind of enjoying the fact that I didn't want to get, I wasn't going to get monitors so soon, but yeah, this microphone system, I'm really happy with how it's going now. Both the microphone and using the DAC has been good. I've been happy with both of that. I'm kind of happy with my lighting right now. I kind of figured out how to adjust. I feel a little like I don't feel perfect in this webcam coloring here, but it's better than it's been. And so I'll take it. And it's easy to switch between this and when I'm recording things. Speaking of which, I did record last night the next episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club, my summer 2026 recommendations So I got a video about that that'll go up on Monday for everybody. And of course, my $5 and $10 patrons will see it tomorrow. So that's nice. Let's see. Not too much news, gaming news here. I will mention this. I will put the link here in chat, and then I will also have it in the show description here on YouTube for the archive. For the Industry Hardship Fund bundle on itch.io bundle here that Microsoft Games put together. It is, and it supports the United Video Games Workers CWA hardship bundle. And so this contains over 100 games with all proceeds minus the fees for itch going to the UWV CWA Worker Hardship Fund, which basically just gets cash to laid off developers in the US and Canada. They can apply for that. So that's a good cause. And the list of games is, I would describe this as plentiful. There's a lot here. It is currently raised at time of this live broadcast. It has raised over $63,000. Their goal is $100,000, so they're at 63% of the goal. The top contribution was $2,000. They have 12 days left. You can just buy it all for $10 as default. That's 127 items. There are 107 games, 8 physical games, 6 game asset packs, 3 soundtracks, 1 tool, a book, and a MISC. And I'm going to look up MISC. Oh yeah, that's just a story. It's like a story that went under MISC. The tool is Easy Subs. Is a no-nonsense grid-based supplement creator, editor, slicer, and dicer. Okay. I don't know what that is. There's a tool. But there are a lot of games. And there's like print and play physical games that are in there, which is cool. It's a lot of stuff. I've sorted by random, and I will just say some of these games. Key Runner, The Nameless City, Skatebird, which is a really fun game. Invasion 360, The Fair Unknown, Cool Kid Cody Season 1, The Castle of the West, Dead End, My Final Cursed Days. It's a fantasy RPG for the Game Boy. It looks like it would play on the Game Boy. That's the color scheme. Bop and Drive. Hyper Gun Sport, of course. There's just like a lot of shit in there. So if you're looking to pick up a bunch of games that, you can play on itch, there's a lot of stuff in there that all looks pretty damn cool. And I thought that was neat, so I wanted to share that with you. Again, I put the link in the chat, and the link will also be in the show description on YouTube after the fact. All right. We got the Otakon panel for Discotech Media, so we can talk about some anime, some DVDs, and Blu-rays and the like that are coming out. The first announcement is Lupin the Third, Zenigata and the Two Lupins. Zenigata and the Two Lupins, which is the 4th and final OVA of the this is the Lupin reinvention. That's coming to Blu-ray, dubbed and subbed later this year. Japanese with English subtitles, dubbed in English, coming to Blu-ray later in 2026. That seems to be all we got for that. Now, I want to see. Here we go. Toradora returns to Blu-ray. A classic Toradora. Subbed, dubbed, some extras. Coming later this year. Basically all of the bonus features in the previous Blu-ray release. Japanese English subtitles, dubbed in English. Described as a low-priced. I believe the secondhand market for Toradora was pretty ridiculous. So that's awesome. That is a cool addition for people. So that's nice. Lupin the Third Part 2, which is 155 episodes on an SD Blu-ray set. Subbed. All existing dubs. It looks like no new dubs, but basically anything that was dubbed from that, they will include. Japanese subtitles, freshly mastered from the best sources they could come up with, which sounds great. I do wonder if Discotek will ever run out of Lupin the Third to release. I mean, it eventually, but it's going to take a long time. I would say not for a while, but someday they'll run out of Lupin. Let's see. Yes. They are not going to dub the episodes that have not been dubbed. That is not a thing that Discotek can do, or would be able to do, or would be able to make happen. But they have to always say that because people are like, what about these episodes? And it's like, no. All right. The way Blue Sky does their threading is very annoying because I keep seeing people's responses and I have to click another thing to see more from the thread. The way they handle threads, it leaves a lot to be desired. Blue Sky, figure your shit out that way, please. I beg of you. Lupin the Third parts 1 through 4 are currently in print. And so this is going to be matching that, so they'll look nice on a shelf, which is attention to detail that I appreciate. Good on you for figuring that part out. All right, so I need E28 and E27. Okay. More about the hosts, talking about Discotek and who they are. Digimon. Fourth season of Digimon. Digimon season 4, which is Frontier. That is coming out. The English dub version of Digimon Frontier is coming to HD. A subtitle release will come later. So they're doing season 4 as the dub by itself and then the subs later, which is odd. It's the first time they've been on Blu-ray. Separate subtitle release will be coming later. My guess is that the Digimon fans want the dub more than anything, but I don't know. That's strange. Okay. Oh man, I kind of remember this anime. Panny Pawnee Dash. Which is which is dubbed and subbed. That is a kind of a gag manga, inspired originally manga and an anime. It's a real goofy, silly show, and I do remember that. TV adaptation of the manga, home video, 26 TV episodes in standard def, Japanese with subtitles and dubbed in English. And apparently the subtitling was done in-house. Or at least additional subtitling was done in-house. So you can imagine there is a lot to do in a fast-paced gag manga or gag anime. So that's cool. Oh, yeah, because they got to, subtitle... Okay, they include a subtitled a thing that is all the characters writing on a chalkboard, and so they have to do the translation of all of it. Yeah, that's a lot. Damn, that's a lot of work. Good on them. Tales of Abyss, which is part of the Tales franchise. It's of course it is an anime. 26 TV episodes, Blu-ray high def, Japanese with subtitles. Oh yes, okay. Now some people would go, I don't remember this Tales show. It's not my favorite of the Tales anime adaptations, but it does have, its theme song is done by Bump of Chicken, and that is a cool rock band. So I do remember that is the case. So yeah. So they mentioned in this that they're not talking about extras because a lot of extras are coming in hot. So they are not going to announce them at this time. Some will have come out and some will be a surprise. So some they'll announce like when this is released, apparently, which tells me that they're having issues with getting extras for some things and it's all coming in hot and so they are just not going to spoil that. Patlabor, the TV show, the classic show, just in time for new Patlabor. 47 episodes. This is the dub is uncut. So uncut dub, subbed and dubbed. Apparently they're happy with the some improvements in the subtitles and also previous releases. The video, apparently the master they got looks better than previous incarnations, and that's good to hear. That's awesome. People are like, oh, I want, but they don't have the thing that, oh, there's new, but I like the old. Well, you can get the old. And then the Patlabor, the new files, which is the OVA that continued the show. That is 16 episodes here. It's subbed plus the dub of the first 4 episodes that conclude a plot thread from the TV series. So some of it is dubbed, but not all of it. One of their notes, because they do the like, here's some key facts, takeaways. 16 new adventures of the SV2 team in Japanese subtitles, includes English dubbed audio of the first 4 episodes. Patlabor is short for Patrick Labor. Coming Blu-ray. And then the movies. That was the OVA, but also the movies. The 3 theatrical Patlabor movies and the shorts, subbed and dubbed. So that is the trilogy of films, all in one release. Japanese with subtitles, English dubs, the shorts coming to Blu-ray. That's cool. The biggest announcement for it feels weird that they've announced a couple things I actually have the previous release of. I got Saintess Complete Patlabor on deep discount some years ago and still haven't gotten around to watching it. I mean, licensing is licensing, right? Like, there are people who, yes, they would have gotten that from Sentai years ago, but Sentai isn't going to be doing that again, right? But for other people, they didn't get it then, and it went out of print. So now someone else picking up the license is awesome. And then there are also people who are like, I love Discotek Media. I buy the stuff they put out. And so they might pick it up because Discotek got it. So, yeah. It's in the release world, it makes a lot of sense to me. It's not that weird. Flashbrook. It's a little weird that you have it, maybe, but that they're releasing stuff that was already out there. It's good. Because it means that those things will actually be shown to people. Some people will get to see them. The Big O is back on Blu-ray, everybody. This is good news because the Big O is not on any streaming services right now. If you want to watch the Big O, you kind of have to buy the DVDs or Blu-rays, and those are very fucking expensive because they've been out of print. This is... I don't buy Blu-rays. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna spend stupid money on this. I want the Big O. This is both seasons. It is subbed and dubbed. It has the surround sound for season 2. It will have extras. Yes, Lashbrook. I mean, it is what it is, unfortunately. But yes. Yeah, I'm gonna buy both seasons of the Big O on a Blu-ray, and get the subbed and dubbed of it and own it. I want to own the Blu-ray, the complete paradigm. Packaging looks real good. Hey, Lord Crashington. So yes, of what's been announced so far, the one that hit me immediately as like, oh shit, was the announcement that Discotek Media is doing a Big O release, and I'm gonna own it on Blu-ray, and I'm gonna be happy with owning it on Blu-ray. So far, Big O is the only show I've talked about on Kuma Baer where it wasn't streaming when I talked about it, but I was like, hey, you just fucking still need to see Big O. I God damn it, find a way. Borrow it from the library, whatever you gotta do. You gotta get Big O, and I stand by that. You gotta get Big O. God damn it. Let's see. A bunch of Digimon movies. This is Digimon the Movies Collection 3, which has Digimon Frontier movie subbed with the restored dub, apparently. More on that in a moment. Digimon Savers, subtitled. X Evolution, which is the full-length TV special, subtitled. And apparently, this is... you know what? I do support their honesty. X Evo uses existing masters and will look rough. She's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, you don't bother lying about it. You're saying this is not gonna look great. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know about how the dub was restored for Frontier, but it is. Apparently, the X Evolution has not been available commercially for 20 years. And and maybe the fact that it's really rough looking is an explanation as to why no one else has wanted to put it out. But that's a cool bonus for diehard collectors that really want all that shit, that need all that stuff. Good on ya. Hope you enjoy that. Kamen Rider Super 1. You knew that at Otakon, Discotek was going to announce a goddamn Kamen Rider, or 2, or 3. Akito knows. 48 episodes of Kamen Rider Super 1. Never before released on physical media in HD. It is Japanese with English subtitles. It's coming later this year. Let's see. I don't remember this anime. This TV show. Mawaru Penguin Drum. This is apparently subbed and dubbed, heavily improved over previous releases. They did some rendering to make this one look better. But again, I'll tell you, I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't know about it. This is apparently a surreal masterpiece. All 24 episodes in HD. Do not know anything about it. My apologies. Oh shit! Speaking of Blu-rays that I might want to get, I mean, Big O is a no-brainer. Memories. Kazuhiro Otomo's Memories. the sci-fi anthology. It's got a 4K HDR release. It's dubbed and subbed. It is a 4K UHD disc, Ultra HD. And that's coming, and that's cool news. Hell yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here for Discotheque Media. Yes, is the director of Utena. I want to say her good things about Penguinderum. Okay, yeah. I just, for whatever reason, that is something that I have not come across and I have no knowledge of. Dirty, they have not announced that, but if they did, I would let you know. So no, Dirty, we're talking about Otakon is happening, the East Coast anime convention, and Discotheque Media had a panel start a couple hours ago, and I have been talking through the thread that they have been posting on Blue Sky about all the releases. The biggest news for probably this channel is that they are releasing a Blu-ray of both seasons on one Blu-ray of The Big O, which has not had a official release in quite some time. And that is probably the biggest news. I mean, the Toradora is pretty cool news, but that's, for this channel, I would say The Big O is the big news. But yeah, there's some other announcements. They talk about some of the 4K stuff. Some things that have come out recently, what their August releases are, what's coming in October. Oh shit. The Big O, the complete paradigm, is October 2026. So I'm going to be buying my first Blu-ray in a while in 2026. So that's cool. Toradora, Maru, Penguinderum, also them. The dub version of Digimon Frontier, that's all coming. Oh, yeah. Yes, there was a Jinro, yeah, so you were joking about that, but yeah. Let's see. That's awesome to know about Big O. I'm very excited about that in October. And apparently you can pre-order at Media OCD that, so tonight, but I don't know when tonight, but I'm going to I'm probably gonna pre-order that. I'm gonna save that link for later and probably pre-order the Big O just so I get that. Let's see here. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so Dirty, kind of. It is a noir. It's a sci-fi noir detective show that also has mechs, but it's mostly a detective show where the problem that they're trying to solve, the big problem they're trying to solve, is everybody lost their goddamn memories. And also there are mechs. And a robot, cool robot lady. There's a bunch of great stuff about the Big O. It's phenomenal. I like that the Blu-ray collection of Lupin the Third, so I don't have to get the DVDs. All of the parts episodes in one collection is nice. Yes, I agree. That's really nice. Samurai Pizza Cats. Apparently remastered film. They're starting with the dub, and then later we'll do the Japanese subtitle. A reminder, there are 2 less episodes of the dub than the sub. There are 2 episodes they didn't dub. So they only exist in the sub. So you're kind of getting less stuff that way. I don't necessarily love doing it separately, but there are some people who I am sure do not give a shit about the sub because they just like the dub, where so many jokes are redone on purpose because it's just a lot otherwise. A lot would be lost in translation. Pizza Cats remastered Blu-ray HD version. created from new scans of the original film. All 52 episodes in English. Oh, so they did. Okay, yes. So it is English only. And they're gonna do a separate release of that. I don't love that. I've never loved that, but I understand why it's happening. What I also don't love is, why can't I get this foot to stay on here? What are you doing, foot? We'll start with like this here. Man, this is annoying the shit out of me. There we go. There we go. And then nope. Sorry, everybody. This is being annoying. There. All right, now we're done with the leg. Now we are body complete on this kit, and we can start working on the backpack. Rules. Well, once I get this leg piece in, we can start working on the backpack. There we go. Whoops. I'm probably eventually going to glue this down because it keeps flying away. Falling off here. There we go. We're body complete on the G-Self. Now it's time to build the perfect pack. Okay, let's see. There'll be some bonus stuff here. That was the last big one, was Pizza Cats. Yeah, Lord Crashes, I think the colors on this are really nice. I do love the clear blue over some stickers. We got it here on the shoulders and on the knees there, and on these parts on the legs here. And I really like that. We're done with the clear pieces, which is a shame. I wish the eyes were blue instead of that yellow, but whatever. If they were that clear blue on the eyes, that'd be nice. But blue color is nice. Unfortunately, well, there are more clear parts for the backpack. We don't have a lot more blue because, like, we're not going to use these because this is the perfect pack, so it's different. So we're done with all of the blue other than the stickers, which is a little bit of a shame. But whatever. Let's build the backpack. We need some polycaps here. Polycap 202 is these. These are the polycaps we'll use. This is a separate polycap thing just for the backpack stuff, the added stuff there. So we need P. All right, let's see if there's any other news here. Infinite Rivius, which I have seen, but it's been a long time, and I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember a lot about this show. But apparently they've upscaled some stuff. It is yes, this is a sci-fi take on Lord of the Flies. A bunch of kids just have to run a ship, and how does that fucking work? It's pretty good. It sounds like an arcade shmup. Yeah. Apparently has the English dub, the original Japanese, and the Japanese audio as well, of course. Yeah, all right. Argento Soma. Yeah, man. That's a fucked up show. Coming to SD Blu-ray. Sunrise's like fucked up, like Frankenstein inspired anime. It's like a Frankenstein allegory. It's kind of fucking messed up. It's cool. But yeah. All right. Sure. I haven't watched that in a long time. Oh, now we're getting the like fucked up stuff that they don't talk about here. Female prisoner Scorpion 701. It's not the original Scorpion, it's a reboot from 76. That's a film. That I would say that's a film. And then Cell Block X, which is also a new female prison scorpion. Yes. Yes, we're doing their live action stuff. They didn't talk. They don't usually on their panels. They will save the live action and the animation that is not Japanese for the online stream stuff as kind of like bonus stuff, because they imagine. I mean, their audience that are at a con might like some live action stuff, but they probably don't really care about Roswell Conspiracies, which is a 40 episode cartoon series that I don't know about that one. This is a BKN Studios adventure series. This is the first time coming to home release. Oh no, complete. Apparently some of it came before, but they never had the full release of all together. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then Outlanders. I am waiting for an update from Discotech Media to talk more about Outlanders, so hold on. There we go. Literally, we caught up with their panel and the bonus stuff. Outlanders, which is an OVA it's from Nabe. Okay, yeah. Upscaled, polished subs, both English dubs. It had been dubbed more than once, so you get 2 dubs if you have your particular favorite dub. Yeah, I definitely watched Outlanders a long time ago. I would say, obviously. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is a good wild-ass anime. So nice, okay. Remastered with Astro Res, which I don't pretend to know what Astro Res is, but it's an upscale thing. So I'm going to haste and go and find out about that. Professional AI upscaling for streaming and Blu-ray. Okay, yeah, sure. Apparently they've used it for Discotech uses it a lot. And people say it's pretty good. You're actually ahead of the stream now. They just mentioned the dubs as I typed this. Oh, okay, well, there you go. I've been following on with the thread, and the thread could be ahead of things. If the thread is ahead of things, that's fine. But I do believe we have reached the end of talking about that. We'll see. I'm gonna put some stickers on. We'll see if there's any more announcements. But that feels like the end of the announcements. We need stickers 37 and 38. And I don't know which ones those are, and I don't know what color they would be. So I am going to use, because again, silver backing, hard for me to see what's going on. I will be taking advantage of using my camera to kind of be a zoom to see what's up. There we go. Camera. Okay. All right, we did all those, so it's not any of those stickers. So it's got to be over in here. We need 37 and 38. It's those 2 stickers. Okay. They're very, very tiny. As you would imagine. Place that, then use the toothpick to kind of poke it into place. Then apply pressure. All right. And now the other one. And we'll do the same thing. Let's see. All of our full 20. Okay, so they're apparently pre-orders are now open for all those. So after the stream, I will say I'll probably pre-order Big O just because I want it. You know, I just want to have it as soon as I can get it. So I'll probably pre-order that. As I said, I have not bought a Blu-ray in quite some time, but I'd like to own the Big O season 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. So, yeah, October is Digimon Frontier, the English dub, Big O, Lupin the Third Part 2, Toradora, that Penguin one, Kamen Rider Super 1, New Female Prisoner Scorpion 701, Roswell Conspiracies, Alien Myths and Legends, that's that cartoon that I've never heard of, and Outlanders. That's all October. And that apparently at Media OCD, you can pre-order those. And the panel is over. And they say thank you. And then I click Discotheque Media to see if they have posted anything else. And it does not seem that they have done any other posts. It seems like that is the end of the thread. But of course, more people are talking about bullshit that I don't care about. Because why wouldn't they? Yeah, all right, so that's the end of that. That's good. Outlanders was the last thing. Yes, that seemed to be. But occasionally they have, like, teases and things. So I wanted to just check. I wanted to do my due diligence, everybody. Make sure I knew what was going on. All right, so we got this done. Then I need... Oh, of course, there are more stickers that have to go on this. 39 and 40. 39 is this sticker. 40 is this big sticker here. All right, we'll get this piece on first, and then we'll figure out where those stickers go. T, 6, and 5. So that's good. I mean, my vain hope is one of these Stream Discotheque announces a Birdie Wing Blu-ray. Yeah, probably not. I don't think so. Look, someday, but I don't think that's going to be like anytime soon. We're going to see any of those kinds of things. Maybe, but probably not. I want my dual Blu-ray. I want my HD upgrade of dual parallel trouble. That's my white whale that I know is never going to happen, but it would be so fucking funny if they put out dual. Nobody would buy that shit except me. That'd be so funny though. God. All right, sticker 40. Sticker 40 starts... Does it start like that, or does it start like... It kind of doesn't really explain where that sticker goes. Oh, it doesn't really do it, does it? It goes in like that, and then... I know that sticker... Well, maybe I'll do the other sticker first, and I'll do this one next. Did they? I didn't think they did a dual Blu-ray. Maybe they did, and I just didn't pay attention to it. I don't know. If they did do that, that is funny. That's a funny thing to release. Came out in 2024. Okay, thank you, Lashbrook. Did not know that. That's good, though. People need to know about the other acclaimed anime creator that made a mecha series that isn't really a mecha series, that asks big questions, that is not Evangelion. It's also an isekai. I bet Dual doesn't really hold up to my memories of it, but I just think it's cool that the Tenchi Muyo guy made a series that it took a long time before he retconned to be about Tenchi Muyo or be in the same universe, but it wasn't originally. All right, we got that now. We got to build. We need V110 is this piece here. Look at this lovely clear blue. God damn, this clear blue looks fantastic. It's looking real good. God damn. That looks real good. Then I need T12 and T14. So yeah, in a couple minutes, we'll take a pause for the cause. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel and what I'm doing here and all that. The second hour, I will talk about 3 anime shows. One I normally talk about Saturdays, The Ghost in the Shell. And I'll talk about the 2 Saint shows I normally talk about on Thursday, because we had a bunch of guests. We had a huge raid on Thursday. And when we do have a huge raid, I don't talk about my weekly anime watching, because it's like a bunch of people that don't go here. And so I just feel weird to be like, here's me talking about episode 4. Lord Crashton wants to hit the dance button. Thank you for using your channel points for me to hit the dance button. It is a new month, and there will be a new song. So thank you very much. Here we go. Boom. Nice beat to that. I like that one. It's a good one. Thank you for using your channel points, Lord Grashington. That's the song for the month of August. Because, hey, we're in August, everybody. Don't know if you know, but it is August 1st. So we're in it, everyone. In it to win it. That is a good. That's good. Good clear piece. I like the look of this. Yeah, I know. Sorry if I'm the one to break it to you that it's August, but it's fucking August. So, all right. Let me put on these side panel pieces here. This whole backpack thing is wild to look at. It's a lot of weird shapes on this one, on the perfect pack, but we'll do it. Again, do not think we are finishing this kit tonight. There's just so much left to do on it, but I think we will finish on Monday, and on Monday we will start a Lego set. It'll be Tails versus Metal Sonic in a battle. That is a cute Lego set that I have. It's the only Lego set I currently have. I'll have to pick up some more Lego, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I did recently add a Lego set to my Amazon wish list that seems pretty cool. Maybe somebody will want to buy for me to build, or I'll just get it myself later, but it seems pretty neat. All right, so this part's got to go in. This part here has to go in there, and when it goes in there, it has just a ton of fucking stickers all over the goddamn place. So we do need to build that. Some stickers go on this part. We'll take this. We'll get this 2 pieces assembled, and we'll start. We'll do all the stickers after the pause for the cause. The only way I can do it. Just so many stickers on this kit. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. All right, so this goes like this, and then this goes. Oh, there are 2 stickers that go on this before it goes in there. So maybe I want to do those stickers first. I can do them while they're in here. All right, that goes in there. There are going to be 2 stickers that go on there, and then a bunch of stickers that go on all around this thing. All around here. Right there. Some stickers that go on here. Those 2 go there. Those 2 go there. And then there are stickers 43 and 44, which are... Oh, I can, let me, before we take our pause of the cause, I'll see where stickers 43, 44, 46, and 45 are. Oh, it's these blue stickers here. Okay. So 43 and 44 are there, 45 and 46 are there. Okay, so it's those. All right, I can figure that out. Sure, okay. And those go on this part here like that. Okay. We'll figure it all out. I got faith in that I can get this together. So now is the part of the stream where I'm going to talk to you for just a couple minutes about ways that you can support me, the streamer, and what I do here. Everything I'm about to talk to you about is optional. You are under no obligation to do any of these things. But if you would like to facilitate some stuff and help me out, you're more than welcome to. I'll give you an opportunity. We'll do our best with it. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber to the Build with Baer Workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, or the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it with your Twitch, and then you get a token you use for somebody. If you want to use it for me, that will be great. If you don't want to use it for anybody, that's also okay. But let's throw the emotes in the chat so people can see the cool emotes. The cool emotes. Yeah, that's just a way to support me here, and it's the easiest way because you're already on Twitch. There are, of course, other ways to do that, like joining my Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. Over on the Patreon, there is a $1, $3, $5, and even a $10 tier, and there are different rewards for the different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon if you want to. If you're feeling up to it, we'd love to have you on the Patreon. Let's see. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBear. If you want to go over to my YouTube, subscribing is, of course, free. Please subscribe. And while you're over there, consider becoming a member for just $2 a month. You can become a member, and you will get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. I make a new video every single Wednesday, and you get to see that a day early, which is nice. Those are all monthly ways to support me. If you just want to throw something in the tip jar, I've got a Ko-Fi and a PayPal, and you can make a direct donation that way. And everything I make through direct donations through YouTube, which includes AdSense. So if you're watching my YouTube videos, that does help out the stream. Anything collected through Patreon and Twitch all goes into a fund. And from that fund, I pull money out to buy model kits and Lego sets. Things and thanks, and occasionally gear as well. Now, I mentioned that the next thing I'll be working on, my $10 patrons voted on, is a Lego set, and I don't have any Lego sets to build after that. Now, if you would like to decide what I build actually next, you could do that. Anything purchased off my Amazon wish list gets its own dedicated YouTube video, and also jumps the queue and becomes the next thing that I work on. I recently, literally today, added the Lego Speed Champions time machine from Back to the Future. This is officially licensed through the Speed Champions line of Lego. Why do they not call it a DeLorean? I don't know, but they call it Time Machine from Back to the Future. And it comes with a goddamn Doc Brown minifig and a Marty McFly minifig. And I want it. I want to build it. Now, I have built a knockoff third-party Lego set previously of the DeLorean, but this one is licensed and looks fun, and I would like to build it. It is weird that they don't literally... Okay, so apparently, you can build it two ways. You can build it from Back to the Future 1 or Back to the Future 2 with the flying version, which is pretty cool, and with the Mr. Fusion and the sideways wheels. So that's pretty great that you can build both versions. That's rad. Ain't got to pay anyone to use Time Machine, but it is licensed. They just apparently, my guess is it cost more to have DeLorean on the packaging, because the description includes the word DeLorean. So I bet that's what it was. And that's why they say Time Machine. Anyway, I'd love to build that. If you want to buy that for me to build, you could do that. There's also other stuff. I put up a new God Hand nippers because my nippers are starting to get a little crusty. So I'd like the SPN God Hands. Again, those are phenomenal clippers. Model kits, Lego sets, all kinds of things. See if there's something there you'd like to see me put together. Yeah, it does say in the description DeLorean. It just doesn't say on the box. So that's why I'm saying I think it's probably that they would have to pay more to put it on the name on the box. So they just say Time Machine. I don't know. Wish list. What else do I want to say? My alternative to Amazon is I have a wish list on Throne. There are model kits on that wish list. You should take a look at that wish list if you would like to purchase something for me to build and you don't want it to be through Amazon. I get it. And then USA Gundam Store is the way to support me financially if you want to be complicated about it. You go to USA Gundam Store, you buy a gift card. They will send you a gift card code. Then you can send me a whisper here on Twitch or a private message on Blue Sky or Mastodon with that gift card code. And then I will use that gift card code to buy something from USA Gundam Store. And I'd be happy to do it. Let's see. A couple video links for you to check out. I will have a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club out on Monday. The most recent episode was me talking about my favorite anime from the first half of this year. And now, in this next video that'll come out on Monday, I'll talk about 4 shows from this season that I think are rad. And then Kuma Baer is my weekly anime recommendation series where I have the opportunity to recommend stuff. I'm talking about some of my spring anime recommendations. And so I talked about a fantastic show, which I'm going to, sorry, hold on. Come on. I want to get the full name. The full name is long, and I mess it up. Botan Kamina Fully Blossoms When Drunk, which is a girls doing things slice of life about college girls who are drinking and hanging out and being social with one another. And also, some of them fall in love with each other. It's great. Thumbs up from Pat. Very fantastic show. We have been so many lovely, both toxic and non-toxic Yuri this year. And some toxic BL and some non-toxic BL. And that's nice. It's good. There were still some shows this year that were queer baiting, but there were some that are actually queer. And it's nice to have at least some that are not just, well, these girls might, no, they don't kiss. They don't kiss. But you can think about it if you want. So yeah, I'm glad we have some of the actual stuff, actual representation. So I have a bunch of anime to chat with you about, 3 shows. Before I can talk about those, I need to drink a lot of water because my throat is parched. We need to dramatically transition back to the overhead camera. And then we need to continue model kit building and, unfortunately, sticker application. And we'll do all of that right now. I wasn't kidding when I said I really could feel how parched I was. I needed that water. Anyway, let's do some stickers while I talk about some anime. I'm going to talk about the 2 shows I normally talk on Thursday, but like I said, we had some lovely guests on Thursday. And so I made the decision that I wouldn't just go through talking about like episodes 5 of a show, you know. But for y'all, I'll do that. And we'll start with the Oblivious Saint can't contain her power. We find out more about her power. Now, you and I, as an audience members, we have understood that, hey, our main character, Carolina, has powers. There was a test that did not reveal them, and it turns out they didn't reveal them because they were looking for arcane powers. But she doesn't have arcane power because she's overflowing with divinity, which is a holy magic that even works subconsciously. She boosts things, like that's why there weren't a lot of monster attacks inter-country around her previous country when she was in the capital. That's why her sister, who has some amount of divine power, but not much, why she was boosted just by being around her. Hi, Lysantis. Yeah, so now we're episode 5, we're getting some info dump. The Pope is just like, hey, so yeah, you've got a lot of divinity. This rules. You boost other people's magic, and you can heal your surroundings, and you were doing a lot of that subconsciously. Hell yeah. Now, of course, but back in Celestia, back in the former country, Flora, who is the evil sister that basically got our girl banished in the first place, she fails her saint trial. But she fails it in front of an archbishop who is known for being corrupt, which is like, well, if everybody knows he's corrupt, fucking get rid of him. What are we doing here? But whatever. But she fails, and of course she was going to fail. She doesn't really have... She's not the Saintess. She was getting boosted by her sister. Edward and the Pope basically are like, okay, we have to keep it hidden that she has all this divine power. She would be used politically, and we don't want that, at least until she is, eventually she's going to be his wife for real. She is his wife, but they still need to lock in some of her authority before they make all these big announcements about her being like, oh shit, this is the real goddamn Saintess, and she's in this country. Hell yeah. But that's also because you may remember that Edward is the second prince, but because Theodore has been sickly this whole time, and requires bed rest, and the Pope constantly healing him, he can't really become king like he should be king. And so a lot of people want Edward to be king, and then other people have the reason why people thought he was an ogre and a brute was because those were people spreading bad rumors about him. It turns out he's a good dude. Let's see. I need sticker 43. So there's a lot of political BS going on behind the scenes. Right, so... Okay. Got it. All right, I got to get all these tiny stickers on here, but we are almost done with our stickers, he says, knowing that there's still more stickers that need to get applied at some point, but we're getting there. We're getting closer to finishing up all these stickers. We've applied more stickers, than we haven't, so we're on our way. Okay, so we hear a little bit more about Caroline starts actually talking about her sister because she has a triggering memory about Flora, and kind of talks about her being a monster behind the scenes and her putting up an act. And this is rare for a pure, loving main character. We don't see this part that often, so I wanted to bring it up because I think it's awesome. Caroline is basically like, there's only one person in this world that I hate, and it's my sister. And it's like, okay, yeah, all right, good. You should hate her. She has been awful to you. A lot of our main characters in these style of banished shows, kind of forgive the person, or at least have pity on them. And if Caroline is just like, nah, if there's one person I hate, it's her. It's like, okay, great. Carolina realizes okay, wait, maybe I could heal Theodore, the crown prince, and that would solve a lot of problems because I have this magic healing ability. Maybe I could actually channel it and use it. So she starts doing some magic training because she wants to cure Theodore. But there is some political nonsense happening. Gilbert. I got confused. Gilbert is the prince. Basically, she's not ready to start healing him, but there's some politics come in to kind of push it along forward, which could end in failure, which is probably what they want. They probably want this to fail and not succeed. So there's a lot of political maneuverings, and she's got to like basically go in there and help out sooner than she would like. But the treatment goes well. It actually works out. And it's not fully, he's not fully cured, but Gilbert's like, for the first time, I feel like I'm going to be king and this is going to work out. So the progress we made. Obviously, this is episode 5. More stuff will come. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. There'll be more chaos here. All right, so stickers 41 and then stickers 42 go on that. And we're making 2 of these. Okay. We'll build it and then we'll put stickers on it when I'm done building these things here. So this is the main part of the backpack. There are going to be arms that come off of it that have then cool shit that has all the effects parts on it. But also there are these tiny things that are on the top of it that we got to build as well. So we got more stickers to apply, and unsurprisingly. And then this is, what are those? That's U7. Okay, so those are both U7. All right, great. And we got to build 2 sets of these. So we'll build it, we'll sticker it, and then we'll apply it. And then once we're done with that, then we'll panel line all of this, and then we'll move on to the other things that we have to build, the arms and such. One of those. And I just got to make sure that I'm not. Mainly because, like, there's so many stickers, I want to give myself a little bit of a break on stickers if I can do some panel lining. All right, so we built one. Let's build the other one. These are simple to build here. Okay, Forsaken Saintess and her Foodie road trip. Episode 4, more good stuff ahead on this one. If you haven't been watching the show, our girl got summoned by mistake. She got banished. Her power is that she has a stocked RV named Campy. They call Campy. Cool stocked RV with RV. This is a show that loves food and adventuring and then food. She's got some fun stuff. There's a love interest, cool friends. It's a whole thing. The name of the adventuring party that she joins as basically an attendant and a chef. I love the name of it so much because that name is, of course, Smorgasbord. That is just great. It is awesome to hear that being said in Japanese. It is just very fun. There's the team. There's a problem. There has been a dungeon sighting, a new dungeon, and of course, new dungeon means that there are a bunch of monsters spilling out of it until it gets controlled and contained. So there is a certain problem of monsters out there. We got a monster outbreak. And maybe the fire bear that they saw that shouldn't have been there, that might be related. That might have been an early monster that got out, and now they've discovered where they're coming from. So the party's like, okay, we're going to investigate. And then also there's a whole thing of Rin getting ready to buy supplies for the traveling and doing all that because she is support. They don't use Campy because they're heading to the cave from the that we saw in last episode. We also get a little knowledge about Arya, the fact that she has a third eye. And it's one of those things where, like, it's just kind of, like, dropped, and then they don't really say anything about it, and it's like, oh, okay, that's going to be important later. I guess that's important later, because you're not really spending any time on what could be important information. Like, what? No time to dwell on that. We got to move on. Let's see. They go into the cave. They defeat a flower lizard. And then when I recorded, well, I mentioned this kind of in the video that I wasn't going to spoil, but we get here now. In the video that comes out on Monday, we get a cat that flies companion. That's right. This show has a cute animal companion because there is a winged cat, like a kitty cat with wings, and likes Rin's vibe. Just instantly likes, I think, maybe Rin's mana or good-heartedness, or the fact that she's an otherworlder. I don't know. But she likes Rin immediately. And then she feeds that cat. And then Rin is like, all right, I guess I have an animal companion. Your name is Goamisu. And so now Goamisu has joined the party, and we got a cool animal friend. Hell yeah. And apparently, Goamisu is more than meets the eye, because this cat can share thoughts telepathically with only our girl, Rin. So that's weird. That's a strange phenomenon. Rin is feeling like she's not she's not keeping up her end of the bargain because she's not an adventurer. She's just someone that does cooking and cleaning and is support. And so she's like kind of feeling down about that, but it's quickly dismissed because it's like, no, she's important for the team. She's doing stuff that none of them can do. So, and her food is fucking great. Rin and our cat friend go inside Campy because a monster that is clearly going to be no joke shows up. That's right. It's a cockatrice. That's the big chicken that has like a snake tail that sometimes has more than one brain and is often just a goddamn nightmare for adventurers because the tail, sometimes they can petrify you. Sometimes it's their breath. Sometimes it's the tail. But it's never good when a cockatrice shows up. It has poison breath in this case. But everyone's okay thanks to the mage of the party using his shield, magic shield. And then everybody kills it. And it's pretty quick because this show is an action series. It does have action elements, but it's not like an adventure series that also has food. It's a food show that occasionally has action. Like that is the vibe. So I'm going to panel line this now before I start putting on the or building the arms and then the things that attach to the arms. So I'll just do some panel lining on this, and then we'll move on to some building. This will be a nice little break from some of the stuff I've been doing tonight. But yeah, they kill it, and guess what? Of course, it's a monster. It's a big chicken. So Rin cooks it for everybody. And Vile gets pulled in to help. That's the demon that is the romantic interest. And so they're having chicken, and everybody's, or cockatrice, and everybody's happy. And a breakthrough. Arya, who does not like vegetables, even though she's an elf, so that's weird. She has some vegetables for the first time. That's the cliffhanger this kind of show gets. Like, what's she going to think about these vegetables? Man, look, I know this show isn't for everybody, but the food looks amazing. The characters are all fun. The adventuring is like quick and easy. Now they got a fucking cat with wings. Like, there's so much to love about this show. You should check it out. That is The Forsaken Saintess and her Foodie Road Trip in Another World. It's a long title because, of course, it was a light novel before becoming a manga, and now it's an anime. So, of course, it's got a long-ass fucking title. Oops. All right. I think I've panel lined everything about this that needs panel lining, so I'll clean it up, and then we'll move on to putting on some arms for this thing. Oh, also, this backpack, this is where we will plug in the stand this kit comes with. I believe that's where it goes, because anywhere else you would plug into with the previous backpack, you can't with this one. So I got to clean this up, but eventually it's just going to go in here. it's already looking very fucking extra like this. So I'm excited for it. I'm also excited to talk about the latest episode that happened this week of episode 4, The Ghost in the Shell. This is not a multi-part broken up. This is all one long story here. Some shit pops off here. There's some good fight scene stuff. There's some drama. And finally, I am sure that folks have been waiting. We finally talk about capital G ghosts. The ghosts. We're finally going to talk about the ghost in the machine here. A little bit about it. Do they get super deep into it? No. Is it seemingly mostly vibes based? Kind of. Is that okay? Sure. Fucking sure it is. You can get all philosophical later. You can get philosophical in the other Ghost in the Shell series. But basically, I'll just say it right now. What is a ghost? What is a ghost in the shell? The idea is that there's something like a soul. People have something like a soul. And when you transfer your consciousness between different bodies, like android bodies, your soul goes with it. The ghost goes with it. There's something that identifies you so that you are you, no matter where you end up. And there are larger, bigger questions about that. But we talk about some ghosts here and some fucked up treatment. Like shit is gonna hit the fan here and get kind of fucked in this one. Because some stuff has been going down in a corporation. We gotta talk about it. But yeah, there's an issue here where androids don't have ghosts. Androids in this world are artificial intelligence, right? They're just AI powered robots. They're called androids. They are not cyborgs. They are not humans in artificial bodies. They don't have a ghost. But also something weird is happening where androids just kind of lose their minds and go crazy and like attack people. That don't make no sense. That shouldn't be happening. And it is Tomlian models. So the Tomlian models are going berserk. So Section 9 is out to investigate what's going on. Now, a lot of them were just like, oh, this is like user error, or it's just like malfunctions and software problems. Like a lot of these cases were just kind of written off, but now enough cases are happening that it's like, I don't know about that. I feel like there's something else going on here, right? So it's time to investigate what the deal is. Because Section 9, the various people in Section 9 are starting to think like, what if this isn't what if this is intentional? What if this is a programming thing? Because they find an SOS message inside of the cyber brains, like written in blood. So like maybe they were meant to go berserk in order for someone to find what was going on there, like as a cry for help or something, or if or someone being malicious. There is the thought that, okay, well, yeah, something fucked up is happening here, and we need to investigate it. So Aramaki's like, I want you to fix this one, and we'll learn a little bit more about what's going on with this in a moment and his involvement. But he's just like, yeah, let's close this up. So they investigate the manufacturer, which has this name is so what the 80s think the future is coded, which is makes sense for the Ghost in the Shell. This is seemingly unrelated to robots going feral when they're replaced. Yeah, that is different, Lashbrook. That is a different situation happening in the background. So this is Honka Precision Instruments. That's the name of the people making these androids. This is what people in the 80s thought future companies would sound like, which is also companies in the 80s. That Honka Precision Instruments. It's like Texas Instruments, the calculator people, would also eventually make androids. It's just a small little thing that to me is like perfect. It is like the perfect name for what we're dealing with here. I need W1. Need more of these pieces here. I need 6 and 4. They go to talk to the shipping inspector because it's like, hey, what the fuck's happening here? So they're getting ready to interrogate him. He gets sniped by a Yakuza sniper. They get the sniper, and it turns out the sniper is taking revenge because the president of Honka gave their the boss, the Yakuza boss, an android, and that android attacked the Yakuza boss. So apparently this was revenge, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, okay, we'll take that into consideration." Sorry, I have to do this. This one ball joint goes there, that goes there. Okay, and they're like, "Oh shit," because apparently this company is also involved in drug trafficking and kidnapping, and human trafficking. And there's unfortunately a fucked up specific reason why they would be why they're doing human trafficking. They infiltrate the headquarters and they rescue 2 girls, and those girls were responsible for sending the SOSs, because the androids had copies of their ghosts. This company, instead of building their own AI or licensing AI or doing anything like that, what they were doing was they kidnapped 2 girls and they were cloning and copying their ghosts with a ghost dubbing machine to use that in the androids. And that's fucked up. And again, bigger questions could be asked about, like, you know, like using a ghost instead of the AI. Does that, like, it's a copy ghost? Is that like related? What happens to those ghosts when those robo brains go? Like, what does it mean to have your fucking ghost copied? Important note in the small text that this is a destructive act for the ghost. Yes. Also, the fact that they were short-circuiting is also destructive. Yeah, like, shit is fucked. This is a grade A bad fucking thing that was happening to these girls. This is like, in this world, is one of the most fucked up things that could happen to them. It's all kinds of fucked up. Sorry, I need U1. I need the other U. They arrest the president of the company, and Aramaki has to arrest his mentor, who was involved in the scheme. When he says, "Hey, close this case," like, fuck. Shit's fucked up. And there is, we have not a cliffhanger, but a setup for another episode where the Major is going to do a training mission in England. And Aramaki does postulate a theory that maybe humans are more susceptible to corruption as they age, perhaps. That maybe just over time, people become more corruptible, or possibly, there could be other reasons for it, but that is one of those philosophical things. There's more in there, but I'm giving you the brief overview, not necessarily the play-by-play of what every single person said and did. Yeah, this episode is one of those ones that's like, yeah, that's fucking fucked. There were cloning ghosts. Messed up. But a solid episode for sure. And that's all the anime I wanted to talk with y'all about. Now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you. What are you playing right now? What are you up to? What are you into? What do you got going on? We got some time left in the stream to talk about video games, or if you're watching any anime or TV shows, or you've been to the movies. Like, if there's stuff you want to chat with me about, now is a good time to throw that stuff out there. What you're up to, what you're into. I love hearing from you about those things and things, so please feel free to let me know. Power Wash Simulator. Streamed it on Tuesday for the Star Wars pack, which I have been enjoying quite a bit. I've been enjoying my time with the Star Wars pack. One thing, I am playing the third stage, and it's an AT-AT, and it's huge, and kind of fucking sucks. I know that I don't know this. I might be in the minority when it comes to not liking huge jobs in Power Wash Simulator. I don't mind a huge job, but I also like small jobs. And every job in the Star Wars one, like, you're getting your money's worth. They're all big projects, but power washing in an AT-AT is a cool idea. Or an AT-AT. I say AT-ATs. I know it's AT-AT is the proper one. I say AT-ATs because that's how I learned it. I learned it wrong. My apologies. But anyway, power washing is the power washing that is fine, except it's very similar. Like, the color, it's just all like two colors, right? Like, it just kind of looks the same, and it's not really doing it for me. I'm almost done with that job. I am waiting because I would like to do the other jobs on stream. But what I'll probably end up doing is I'll finish it, and then I'll just showcase it as a free play the next time I stream more of it. But I did not enjoy it. I did not have fun with that particular job personally. I'm almost done with it. I do like using the, like, window washer chair. I don't remember the technical term for it. I do like using that, and this is a job where you can use those, and that's neat, and I do find it fun to have an excuse to use that. But for the most part, I'm like, this is just so big a job. I'm not loving it, which is a shame because I want to love it. All right, we got a big chunk of this backpack done. I'm actually gonna put it on here. You can see there, big part of this backpack is on. We got some time left in the stream while I give you a chance to write in the chat what you're up to and into. And while I give you that time, I will start building these things, which I can do 2 at a time, that go on the backpack. And so I will just start doing these, I think 2 at a time. Let's see. So I am almost done with the third job in Power Wash Simulator, which is cool. Happy about that. All right, so I need V1, which is that's V1 there. Oh, I need V2. That's what I need. Okay, V2 out of both of these. Oh, and I also need V1. We'll put this aside here. Let's see. Other games I've been playing. I'm playing more Nubby's Number Factory. I'm just really enjoying that. That's been a good time. Hearthstone. I got to Platinum rank 9. It's rank 1 through 10, and you go up and all that. Platinum 9 is the highest I have been ranked in Hearthstone in a very long time. I have one deck that is unfair, that I have optimized as best I can to just get wins, turn 6 wins. And And then I have a deck that is stupid but really enjoyable. And so I've been playing those two decks. I don't have a standard deck right now. I have the chef deck because I got that. It's one of those things. I unpacked a legendary, and so I wanted to find a deck that used that legendary. But now, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, what if instead I just didn't bother with it? I'm like, it's actually not a great deck. So I'm still looking for some other things. And I'm having fun with it. The meta right now is very fast, and some people hate that. But I don't mind an aggressive meta. Because it usually means that in Wild, where I play, people are when the meta is really aggressive, people start playing Wild to play weirder decks in response to it. Whereas Standard is very like, oh, there's only a couple decks you can play in Standard. So it works out for me because I like playing decks in Wild. They did mess up one of my favorite decks. They took a minion that used to cost 4 mana, and now it cost 6 mana because a different deck that used that minion was out of control. So they did break one of my favorite decks, which I'm not happy about. Okay, U5. Here. Great. So that's a shame that they did bust my deck in order to make another deck worse. And there's also one Wild deck that needs a nerf. There's a priest deck that really needs to get nerfed. That's annoying. And once I realize that I'm playing that deck, because it's very obvious, when you're playing it. Once I realize, that's the deck that I'm up against, I just concede because it's not worth playing against. Basically, there's a card that gives the opponent a bunch of copies of cards from your deck, and if I'm playing a combo deck, they can play my combo faster than I can because they are their cards can get discounted because there's a card that discounts all of them, and for some reason they always have that card. They always have the card they need to make their deck to make it work better than my version of the deck. And that just gets old fast. So I'm kind of like, fuck that shit. So I just concede when I'm facing off against that deck because it's not fun. Last person, I saw Spider-Man, Brand New Day, and it was really good. I have heard good things about this Spider-Man movie. I'm behind on the Spider-Mans, but the Spider-Men. But yeah, I've heard good things about that. It's nice to see the maturation of Peter Parker and how he balances his two halves. And tries to get back with his old friends. Nice, yeah. I as I said, I've heard good things. I just I'm behind on it, so it'll be a long time before I see this one. Last week started to get to the point where I could do second vault in a run solo in Vault Breaker. That's marathon talk. Going to be real slow progress getting those tier 2 upgrades, but luckily they gave us another 2 weeks to do it. After a break, I watched the first season of Daredevil Born Again. It does a pretty good job of retaining the tone. I liked it overall, but it's one of those seasons where you don't really know where it's going until it coalesces in the last episode. Yeah, that's a lot of the the pieces are now coming together. And you were like, why couldn't they have come together a little earlier? But no, they couldn't have. They got to come together now. All right, let's start to build these here. We need U2 and U3. But yeah, if anybody else is up to anything, playing anything, watching anything they want to chat about, feel free. We got a little time left in the stream. Oh boy. My nose is runny. I'm going to see if I can... Let's see. Can I deal with that, or am I going to have to blow my nose? I'm going to blow my nose. I'm going to go to this screen. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to blow my nose because I realize I don't want to keep sniffling for the next 10 minutes. So hold on. I'll be back in just a second. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. And I didn't want to just have the sniffles for a while. I really should have a be. I was still muted. Sorry about that. I came back and hit a button, but it didn't unmute me. Oh, you know what it was? I pressed the mute in headphones, the monitoring button. There's a dumb thing in that got added to OBS, and so I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that, everybody. Lord Crisis, I nearly got all of the achievements for Truck-kun. Have really enjoyed. Is an Isekai Crazy Taxi. Yeah, I will be playing that on Tuesday. I did get a code for it, so I do look forward to trying it out on Tuesday and seeing how I do there. I have not touched it. I will load it up and get the settings looking right and all that, but I have not messed around with the game since I played the demo on stream. But we're going to start from the beginning, just because I want to try to get okay at it, and there'll be, I assume, some amount of people who will be watching who have not tried it all out at all. Let's see, 2 goes on first, and then 3. These things are cool. They get some movement to them as they go. Pop out. But we're definitely going to finish this on Monday, because these parts and the shield is all I have left to build. So we'll definitely get this done on Monday. There'll be some panel lining, of course, and like I said, there are still some stickers that are needing to be added, but we're getting a lot of it done here. All right, so this goes on here. Yeah, so I'm excited to play some Truck-kun. And then more Hearthstone. Like I said, I've got some decks that I'm liking in Hearthstone. I'm watching a bunch of anime and getting caught up on some stuff. I think tomorrow, when I see Sparks of Tomorrow's episode, I will decide if I'm going to keep watching that. Although the reveal of what happened, the end of the last episode reveal was such that I'm like, I kind of fucking want to know what's going on with this, so I might have to keep watching. It will depend on what gets revealed in this upcoming episode, I think. My pick for winning a tournament in TJPW right now, the girl I picked, Arisu Endo, is still winning here. So I'm very happy about that. I think she'll beat her challenger with no problem. And then she's got, I think she'll beat Himawari, and then beyond that, I don't know. But I'm hopeful. I'm hoping she does it. I would like her to do it, because the story of her facing her friend with the World Championship, I think, is a good story. So hopefully that's what we get. I don't think she's going to win the big one. I don't think so, but it'd be neat if she did. If Arisu Endo is the next Princess champion in TJPW, I think that would be pretty fucking cool. I didn't watch SummerSlam Night 1. I'm not going to watch SummerSlam Night 2 either. I don't want to watch anything from the Fed at this point, because they're bad at being a wrestling company. I don't need to indulge with them. All right, so yeah, not watching any of that. Collision was pretty fun. AW Collision. The Motor City Machine Gun are in the company. I'm not as thrilled about that as other people are, but it's fine. I thought the main event was good. I think I'm excited about next week in Arena Mexico. I think that'll be a killer show. I think the good, the bad, and the ugly are going to be our next AEW Tag Team Champions. Trios, I should say. That's Bandito, Brody King, and Hangman Adam Page. Now, there's a chance they lose. Certainly, because maybe they want to continue the story. But it feels like they're going to keep... that they're going to do that. But the idea that like Hangman is not allowed to ever challenge for the world title again, so he's just trying to win other belts and he's having trouble keep like winning those other belts, is kind of funny. The fact that they like took the belts off of, to me anyway, I find it humorous that they took the belts off of one set of good guys just to hot shot them to another team, then have them lose to another set of good guys as transitional champions, and gave them like one title defense, is kind of funny, because you may remember our previous champions before the demand, the conglomeration, they won the belts off of a team that won them like right before a pay-per-view, just because they wanted to have Kyle O'Reilly have a big return victory. So it's like the trios belts, they do not mind if they are going to hotshot those belts. They do not care about that. They are happy with having whoever win those. So, if that's how they feel about it, I can't be too mad. I did like we did have the moment where every member of every member with the belt in the conglomeration all had their belts in backpacks. And I don't know if Willow Nightingale's going to keep her in his backpack when everyone else isn't doing it too, but that's okay. Not the end. All right. We'll get these on here. I'm not rushing out because Collision already aired, so I don't have to rush out to go and take care of business, get my stuff started, upload and all that. I don't have to worry about that shit. I can just relax here and get some of these things happening here. There'll be some more pieces that I need to put on here. Some clear, beautiful clear blue parts that have to go on. You know what? Let's get those done, because that once those are done, then all we have to do is attach them. We have to panel line these, which we can do tomorrow, or Monday, I should say. Okay, so I need 7 and 7 here. And then 6 and 6 on after that. These go on like that. That looks great. And then 6 and 6 kind of overlap over it. Okay. So yeah, I don't have to, I'm not like worried right now, because I go like, oh, I got to get this uploaded and then got to be ready at 11 for wrestling to come on so I can watch that. I'm like, no, I can just take my time with this, make sure everything looks nice. And then this has to snap in because these can fold out, which is cool looking. We're going to get that together. Like that. Hell yeah. Ooh, that looks neat. You can't really tell. I guess you can tell from the side, but that these can fold out. That's cool. Or they pop out, I should say. Yeah. That's what it is. Like that. All right, let me do the other one, and then I'll panel line these on Monday is the first thing I do. But yeah, after I'm done with this, like, there's just the effects parts that need to get added on, which are not hard to do. And then after that, the shield needs to get made. This sort of looks like it should be an MP3 player or something. Yeah, Lashbrook, I feel that. I understand what you're saying there. These things look like they're like futuristic speakers that don't sound good. You're like, oh man. Yeah, it's kind of got that vibe. But you look at those and go like, oh, this looks cool as hell and sounds like shit. All right, we'll pop that on. Pop that on. And then these are basically done, as I said. I'll attach them, but I'm going to remember that on Monday I want to panel line these because they're not clean. They could look better. They're Wiimotes from Nintendo's Space Station. Yeah, all right. Yeah, cool. You know what? Actually, V Guy, these look like third party Wiimote things. Like somebody just like went weird with them. They're like, oh yeah, well these charge in the dock. And you're like, what? Why? Why do they do that? What are you talking about? But yeah, these like slide open and then this pops open. It does a bunch of stuff here. And then these go on there. And then there's a stand. If we want to put the stand. And then there is a gun to build. And then the shield, which looks fucking rad as hell. And then the effect parts. Space pizza cutters, yeah. We do have these cool effect parts that go on that basically like attach like on the tops and bottoms of these, which is cool as hell. When all these effects on here, when the perfect pack is done, it does look pretty fucking rad. I'll tell you that. But yeah, we'll panel line these on Monday because I'm just about done with the stream for tonight. And get these all looking cool. But yeah, eventually this will look even more rad as hell. This is just a really awesome kit. I'm really loving it. It was worth the risk of buying a kit from Facebook Marketplace that had water damage in the box. Totally worth it. Because honestly, the plastic has been great. It's just that the instructions were messed up and the box was messed up. But other than that, A+. Speaking of A+, everybody gets a gold star. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you had a great time. This part of the stream is done. I am going to raid because that is how I end every stream around here. We always end with a raid. I'm going to go find somebody doing cool stuff on the internet that I want to go hang out with. And we'll go hang out with those cool people and see what's up. And then a reminder that my next stream for me will be on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where I'll continue to work on this cool model kit. Witchy TQ, my friend TQ is streaming. TQ has been doing some Skyrim. It is her first time doing that. It is unmodded. There's one mod. She is doing one mod, and that mod is no spiders. But otherwise, it is just a normal Skyrim experience. But again, just didn't want to have the spiders, so which I respect. So let's go raid TQ. I don't know how much longer she will be going, but TQ is great. She's doing a fundraiser, I believe, for a rabbit rescue. Which is fantastic, and she's great. So we'll go hang out with her. Reminder, my stream, Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, model kit, finishing it up, starting a Lego set that is a Sonic the Hedgehog Lego set. We're going to get ourselves a Tails minifig. That's going to be cool. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.